How's it going? It's been a minute since I've talked to you like this. The last vlog style video I've made was in October when I went to Nashville. I'm back, and tomorrow I'm going to Portugal. I'm going to do some writing. I haven't posted a video in a while on YouTube, and that's because I've been doing a lot of trying to figure out myself of what I'm going to be posting this year, and I'm decided to go forward with a few different styles of content. One would be this style of vlog video. If you've been around my YouTube channel since the beginning, you know that I started as a vlogger, and if you dig past like the hundreds of videos that I have on my channel, it started with daily vlogging, and I like this type of thing. I like to document what I'm doing as an independent artist and producer, and documenting my journey to show you what's happening. Maybe you can take pieces of that and bring it into your own journey. So vlogs are going to be a piece of it. Tutorials are going to be another piece of it. That's a big chunk of my channel as well. You might have come here to learn Logic Pro or to learn something about music production. Tutorials, vlogs, and then I'm going to be having some live performance videos. This year I'll be touring a lot. I'll be playing a lot of live shows. So before I go to Portugal, if you want to follow along and subscribe to this YouTube channel, two things you should consider doing. One is joining the email community that I've built, and there's thousands of people that I email about twice a week. So that email specifically is more around music production, songwriting. Check that out. The second is also an email newsletter sign up, but that's specifically for my music, like when I release new music, and also what shows am I playing, and am I coming to your city. That's going to be a specific music email to my music, new music and new shows. So let's go to Portugal now. I can't wait to actually get away from this negative 35 degree weather in Canada. It was my first trip to Portugal. It was Anne's second time, and I just really noticed how friendly everyone was. And I know that's such a cliche, typical thing you would say when you go traveling. Everyone was so nice. I've been to a lot of European countries, and it's by far the most friendly European country that I've been to. Why would I come to Portugal, make a huge trip just to write songs when I could just be doing that for a lot less cost in Canada, where I have my home studio? That's a valid question, and one that probably I struggled with at first. Big test of this trip was to see how I can work remotely. I'm on a corner here, and there's just a lot of people chatting, different languages, different smells, different things, right? Different things, different outcomes. I wanted to test what songs I could write outside of my home studio with a very limited production setup. And as you can see here, like I don't have a lot. It's very stripped down. I'm just in a living room here. I have an audio interface, a microphone. You can see that I just have a Bluetooth mono speaker. Everything's a bit chaotic, a bit disorganized, but it's really all you need. I even brought a MIDI keyboard. And I wanted that freedom of just the simplicity of it, really. And I think with a creative job like songwriting and production, you need to always be pushing yourself into different boxes, or else you're just going to be writing the same stuff over and over. And I felt that while I was here in Portugal, or at least the demos that I showed Anne, she was like, oh, these are different sounding demos that you wouldn't have written if we were in Canada. So that's really cool to hear, because that means that the trip worked. I have a friend coming down tomorrow. His name's Adam Windler. He's also a singer-songwriter in Germany, and we are going down to Faro tomorrow, which is in the south of Portugal, to do a 2-day songwriting camp. Just arrived outside of Faro. We're doing a songwriting camp here. Ali is putting this on. He's with Fair Music Records, which is a new label in Europe. And the purpose of this writing camp was to write songs, but in a completely different genre, in the genre of chill house. So Adam and I, being songwriters, we came down with the purpose of helping with lyrical and top-line melody for different producers that were already existing in the camp. So we probably, over the period of 2 days, I think we wrote about 7 or 8 songs. And those songs will be released sometime this year. How cold do you think it is?
It's not warm.
It would be a shock, but it would be good. just being involved with a group of people who are passionate about music and writing, it charges you up for another few weeks to go and take that in your own writing. So I think if you're like feeling a bit empty, if you're feeling a bit dull when it comes to your productions and writing, go find people who are like-minded, who share that passion, that can fire you up. We spent the last part of the trip in Lisbon and just taking some time off, really enjoying the city, enjoying the food, enjoying a different environment and not always working. And I have to get comfortable with that feeling of not always working, because I'm the type of person that wants to always be moving towards something. So a day off without doing anything, especially a few days in a row, really grinds my gears a little bit, because I feel like I'm not being productive. And I kind of just told myself with this trip, especially because we were surrounded by really good friends, that it was just a time to relax, fuels your creative spirit in a way. The rest and the downtime, the conversations, the visuals you see in the city, the food you eat, it's all information, right? And it all sparks different things that you can use later on, especially in songwriting. Tomorrow I'm going to Berlin, spending a week there to do more writing and more traveling around, a bit of an adventure and some fun, and then off back to Canada. Made it to Berlin. So take two things from this video. One, put yourself in more uncomfortable or limited situations where you can get a different outcome with your songwriting or with your productions. The other part of this video would be just go take a break if you find yourself overworked, because I can tell you that I do feel more fired up, more energetic because of that. And I think there is a lot of utility, even though it's not like visual utility that you can see from taking a break. There's still long-term outcomes that can come from, like, oh, remember that trip we took in Portugal? Let's write about that. And then you might write a song from that experience in the weeks to come. You never really know when that utility will kind of show itself.